Hi, thanks for watching Transit Talk. I'm Christina Morrison, and I am coming to you live from inside of one of Space Coast Area Transit's brand new buses. And today I am here with Joe Chagnon, who is the Safety and Training Coordinator for the bus system. Today we're going to be talking all about safety. Joe, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with Space Coast Area Transit.
I've been in transit for about 20 years, and I was a driver when I first started, moved up into some supervisory stuff, and decided that it's time for a change. And I thought, well, safety and training I really have a passion for it, to help people learn better and to move forward and keep people safe. So that's what I like to do.
Sounds like you're passionate about that. So tell us a little bit more about the overall safety program for the bus system.
Well, safety for our passengers is our number one priority. Occasionally we get emails when the holidays are around from our TSA. They send us surface transportation security awareness messages in advance of all the holidays that are upcoming, just like the one we just got for the September 11th, 2000 for our 9/11 in observance for the attack that we had on our homeland. We want people to be aware of what's going on out there, and we let our drivers know. So your safety is our safety.
Very good. So what would you say are maybe three of your top safety reminders for riders on the bus?
We have some posters. Here. This one here is if you see something, say something. This means if you see something that looks, out of the ordinary, to report it right to our drivers, or we have security at some of our locations at transfer points. You should alert someone as soon as possible. Checking my notes here, sorry. The examples are boxes and bags and other materials that look suspicious. If you see someone that's getting harassed, that's important too, to go to someone and let them know. So security is everybody's part. You need to play a part in it, and safety is too.
Take that for you. All right, what do you have next?
The other one here, which is important, is to never cross in front of the bus. The main reason on that one is cars around the bus can't see you coming in front of it. So if you start crossing and they don't see you, it could be a very bad hazard for the people involved. So please just wait for the bus to go by, then cross the street.
Very important as well. Next.
Occasionally our buses are overcrowded. It's a busy time. We have peak time, so the buses are full. If you need to stand, we ask that you hold on to one of these straps or a bar. That way you're holding on, and if the driver has to stop abruptly, you're not going to go falling down on the floor. So please hold on.
Thank you for sharing those. Are there any other safety reminders that riders should be aware of?
Yeah, if you something out there when it's dark out, we encourage people to get a little flashlight or take your phone and turn the face toward the driver as he's coming towards you, and just kind of wave it back and forth. That way they can see something and they'll pull over and stop and grab you. We've had incidents where the driver just didn't see the person because it was just so dark out, and they were wearing actually dark clothes. So the driver went by and missed that person. We don't want to have that happen, so just please do that. And another thing about that is when you get dropped off at a bus stop, we understand that some of our bus stops may not be right at a crosswalk, but it's important they're not that far from a crosswalk. Either you walk back to it or up to it, and use the crosswalk, because Space Coast Area Transit strongly encourages that, and so does the FDOT. I mean, they want people to use the crosswalks. It's just for your safety. That way you can stop traffic. Another thing is we offer seatbelts in our paratransit, contract routes, and our fixed route buses. On the two paratransit and contract routes, it's the law that you have to wear a seatbelt because every seat has one. In the fixed route, it's not a law, but it is strongly encouraged by Space Coast Area Transit. We train our drivers to always offer a seatbelt to the passenger. A lot of times it's refused. We've had unforeseen circumstances when a car cuts in front of us, or we get in an accident and the person's injured that was in the chair. If they would have just used the seat belt and the lap belt, it may have prevented an injury. So we really strongly encourage that you use it if it's offered to you. The last thing I'd like to say about some safety stuff is that we know our passengers, a lot of them really love our drivers and they like talking to them. And it's distracting to the driver. They're trying to get you to point A to point B. So we encourage you, if you want to speak to the driver, wait for a red light where they're stopped, or if they have time at a transfer point and you want to talk to them, feel free. We want you to be able to talk to our drivers. But just while they're driving, just remain silent.
Very good reminder. As you said earlier, safety is everybody's job. So what are some of the ways that Space Coast Area Transit educates riders about these safety precautions, and how do you measure the effectiveness of safety on the program?
Well, I go to a safety summit once a year. We meet with all other transit agencies throughout Florida. We all talk about our best practices, our lessons learned from our accidents and incidents. We hope to share with another company or another transit area that maybe they can learn from our action that we took, or maybe I can learn from them. And we bring that back to the transit company. We also have an ongoing training for our drivers where we want to keep them informed of the changes coming out. We have new equipment that comes out. We're just started using a quantum wheelchair, which is a rear-facing wheelchair. So we're trying to promote that more, so the drivers are educated on that. Something we take pride in, though, is we received a Gold Safety Award a few years back, which for our size transit service for the whole state of Florida. So that was very good for us. I mean, we really, we like that. We also track our accidents and incidents to find a pattern that may be out there of what's going on. So we can, if there's so much of people falling, we have to find out why they're falling. So we look at that in our safety meetings. That's once a month we do those. But one of the biggest problems we are having, I just mentioned falls, we're having a lot of people falling before they get on the bus or on the bus. I've looked at several videos and stuff like that. 90% of our falls are due to the passengers either not holding on, they're rushing to get on the bus, they're not paying attention what's going on around them, or they're getting up before the bus actually comes to a complete stop. So if there's a seat, we would like you to take it. Slow down a little bit before you get on the bus. You don't have to rush. The driver's not going to leave you. And just pay attention and hold on if you have to stand.
Very good reminder.
So just another thing, just slow down, take a seat if it's available, wait for the bus to come to a complete stop, and to make your journey a happy one, we want to make it a pleasant ride for you.
Definitely. So those are some really good reminders, and now people know what to be looking for, what to remember. What if somebody watching or somebody riding sees a safety concern? How do they go about submitting that concern to you?
If you need to report a safety concern, you can call us directly at Space Coast Area Transit, 321-635-7815. Monday through Friday, we have people answering the phones between 8 and 5, so you'll be able to speak to a live person. I mean, some people rather do that than leave a message or even go on the internet. But if you have to report something after hours, you go to our website, 321 Transit, and you fill out a customer comment. And at that point, we will address it. We'll get back to you as long as you leave us information that we can reply back to you. We will reach out to you and find out what exactly was going on.
So make that call, speak with a live person, or if it's after hours, go to 321transit.com and submit that concern. Well, Joe, thank you so much for sharing all this information today. We can really tell that you take safety seriously. That is all the time that we're going to have today for Transit Talk. Thank you again. And once again, thank you for watching. I'm Christina Morrison, and this has been Transit Talk.